Like, well, what do you hate about it? I hate, machines. I hate being around people. I was like, well, is that really it? Like, yeah. Like, well, what if we tried something at home? What if we tried something that didn't involve any weights, right? Or if it's just body weight? Like, is that the best thing for them? Like, is that statistically the best thing for fat burning, or is it like I get such a kick out of this whole high intensity training, push over the last high intensity training, is the best for fat burning, and I'm like, nonsense. It's complete nonsense. Like it's I so what are you saying now? Like I have to give everyone high intensity training? Like not everyone's earned the right to train with that level of intensity, right? And maybe what if you come in and absolutely hate it? Are you going to discourage someone where, well, I absolutely hate high intensity training, and every time I do it I feel sick, I get headaches, I throw up, and I hate it. So, it's not the best thing for me, so I'm just not going to do it. Are you really going to tell them that? Like, is that coaching? Like, no. Like bodybuilders, I know so many bodybuilders that don't, they're not doing high intensity interval training. They're walking slow on a treadmill for a reason, right? Like, do you know what's the optimal level of your own of your fat burning level? Like, have you gone in for a VO2 test? Have you found out those numbers? Do you even believe in that? Right? Like, there's so many ways that we could start. You know, I think tweaking things, and I believe there's so many ways that we can add in other tools to really keep things exciting for someone like me who likes that sort of thing. But for the average Joe out there, I mean, in my opinion, if you can get to do some type of resistance training 3 days a week, and then you can go get your steps in another 2 days a week. Like, do I think that's enough for most? Yes, 100%. I do
And what
believe that's enough for most.
so we it's always good to sort of measure. What gets measured gets managed. So what tests do you get them to do before you take them on? How do you measure it? Is there tools that you would sort of swear by as you're going along?
You know what? In the past, I would use like an FMS when I was working, because remember, I'm not really working with individuals anymore. Everything I'm working now is more global. Like, I've got my online community where I
Hmm.
coach people 5 days a week, and I'm answering their questions 5 days a week. Um, I'm calling their name out on video 5 days a week. So yeah, I don't have the freedom to be able to FMS them. But when I owned a club, I had a team of physical therapists, and the FMS was a tool we used at the time. Like, I'm friends with Gray, and I know Lee Burton and Greg Rose, and Greg's one of my mentors and very good friends. And we would use the FMS tool, and if we saw any red flags as a coach, we would then pass them over to our physical therapist, and the physical therapist would then come in and do like an SFMA, or would do another type of screening process to really start doing a bit more of a deep dive on what's going on. And that's what we use then. Now, are there tools I've used in the past, like VO2 peak tests or VO2 max tests, or DEXAs, or you know um, specific, I'm sorry, hydrostatic weighing? Would we use stuff? Yeah, we would use stuff like that.
Hmm.
But I don't know. You also got to understand that when you're doing tests on people like that, like, they're not always going to get better. Like, you're not always going to, like, I haven't, like, breaking news, over the last 20 years, I have not improved my body fat every year. Like, it doesn't happen that way. It just doesn't work that way. Like, I don't like, I'm not getting into better shape every year. Some years I have good years, other years maybe it's not as good. It's just how things are.